What's good, tribe? You know? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Bomisa Trotter. I'm a mindset and self-development coach for men. And one of the things I like to do here is remain transparent, right? So I recently got a hold to another coach. I wanted to collab with him, and I said, hey, I just want to know if you're interested in X, Y, and Z. He says, no, of course, right? So he says, well, what I can do is I can offer you my course, and if you want to, we can go from there. He had the course about how to grow your YouTube channel. Okay. So the question I asked I said, first and foremost, what do I get with your course? He said, go through my channel. He recommended a particular YouTube video. He said, go through my channel, and I pretty much talk about my course. I said, okay, pretty much you actually talk about your course. He said, I actually talk about my course. Said, okay, now, and here's the thing. This part is important. I wasn't quite sure if that's what I was actually going to get, because his YouTube channel isn't about his course at all. Go to his channel, and the things he talk about mindset, he talk about personal development, but it's not about what's in his course. So, in his course is like $1,100, $1,200 or something like that, right? So I was like, should I not? Here's my gripe, man. The one thing that I hold true for my YouTube channel is I teach for my course. I hold to this same, I would always hold to this until somebody tell me different. I may quite possibly be the only coach on YouTube or all social media that will show you his course. This is my battle book journal for young men. Y'all can see that? My battle book journal. This is the battle book journal for manhood, older men. This is the study guide for that battle book journal. For young men, this study guide for older men. How many coaches you know got that going on in their life? Oh yeah, buy my course and you'll be fine. What am I getting? I think you need to know that. You deserve to know exactly what you're getting when you spend your hard-earned money on anything. I don't give a damn how much it costs. My course, this particular course or program, costs $250. Now, I don't go higher than $200 or $300. It's a story behind that. So the story is in 2018 maybe, I was in a dark place in my life. And I remember sitting in my bathroom, and I'm sitting there with the thing in my wrist. Right? And I told God, I said, God, now at the time I wasn't a big faith God kind of guy. I said, God, if you have you have something for me, give me something. Give me anything. So I'm sitting there, right? I'm in tears and I'm crying, and I'm so broken, man. I'm so broken. I was so broken at that point in my life. And I said, God, give me anything. And there's a friend of mine. He's a pastor now. At the time, he was a studying pastor. This is maybe 2, 3 in the morning. I haven't spoken to this guy in years. It's like 2, 3 in the morning. And I'm sitting there in my cell phone. The doorway is in front of me. And to my right side, this is the right side, or my right anyway. On my right side is the sink, and the sink, and then the toilet, closer to the door. And the tub is where I'm sitting. And I'm sitting on the edge of the tub, and my phone rings. I look over, and it's my friend, or a guy I've known for years. I thought, oh, what? Right? So I answered it. I don't go, why is he calling me? I answered it. Right? The first word out of this man's mouth, he said, bro, whatever you doing, stop. I start crying. I'm in tears. I said, brother, you have no idea how much I need to hear that. And so we talked for 10, 20 minutes, and he said, listen, you need to find you a group of men and lean into that group and have them help you develop the skills and techniques and strategies to become X, Y, and Z. So I had never heard those terms put together in my life up until that point. I said, you know what, man, I do. So I remember in my account, I had maybe $350, maybe $400 in there. And I go to a couple coaches. The first coach I went to was a guy by the name of Garrett White. Garrett White, at the time, ran an organization, he still may run it, called Wake Up Warrior. Phenomenal group of men. Phenomenal. I don't have anything bad to say about the men. My only gripe was, at that time, for me anyway, the program, his course so he doesn't have a course. You actually go to like California. I think it's Florida. You go to Florida, and he has this massive compound, right? So to get access to all this is like $4 or $5 grand, right? And I remember talking to one of his coaches, and he says, yeah, brother, this will be a great experience for you. You'll love it. I'm in. I'm like, yep, I'm all in. I'm ready, right? Because what we don't realize is, and a lot of people don't, especially coaches don't realize is, people will buy your product. They will buy it. And I'm not saying from a place of desperation. What I'm saying is, there's sometimes you need that thing and someone has it, and it may not be accessible to you at that moment. And instead of the coach trying to put it in my hands, he was trying to get the money. So it went something like this. I said, hey, yeah, man, so I poured my heart out to him, right? Because this moments ago, I was finna end it, right? So I pour my heart out to him, and I'm crying, I'm in tears, and I'm thinking I'm getting through to him because he's quiet. He says, yeah, brother, I hear you. He said, well, let me tell you about the coaching program, or let me tell you about the program. Okay. Completely disconnected from the fact that I am pouring my heart out to this man. Does not give a damn. He didn't care at all. So he says, yeah, man, listen, he told me about the program. Mind you, I'm crying still, right? Right, I'm wiping my eyes. He said, so how does that sound to you? It sounds good, I guess. Like, we're not gonna talk about the fact that I'm broken here, that I'm crying. We're not gonna talk about that. And that should have been a red flag for me, but it wasn't. So I said, yeah, man, sounds great. He said, good. So we're going over the details or whatever. I said, man, I have one question. I said, it sounds pretty expensive. He said, well, it's not about the price. I said, well, it kind of is. I said, I only have $400 to my name. I'm only willing to spend $300. That's it. He says, nah, brother. He said, this costs upwards to like $10,000, $20,000. $20,000 per man, right? And then you pay for other things when you get there. Almost like 50, 60 grand for the whole thing per guy. I'm like, I can't afford that. So my story is, or the reason nothing in my stand store, when you click on the link, costs any more than $300 is because at that time in my life, that's all I had. And so for my programs, the reason nothing I have is that expensive is because I remember a time in my life when I was hurting and I needed somebody to just understand me. I need somebody to just hear me. I wanted somebody to just know that I was so damn broken and I was tired of being broken. And so, just like my battle book, right? The battle book, the journal itself is free. The study guide to the battle book is what you're going to pay for. And you'll find that in the description. Also, you'll find the link to my stand store if you want to look at any of my other products or my other programs. But what I remember is, I remember thinking to myself, how many other young men are hurting just like I was hurting at that moment? And the first thing people say is, well, you got the money? Bro, I'm crying. Gentlemen, listen to me. I was in tears talking to this man. Not like trickle, like waterfall level tears. Snot and everything. The whole nine. It was horrible. I was ugly that day. And instead of dude saying, yeah, hey man, let me help you. What can I do to get you in this program? Because I'm sensing you're in pain. No. So Gary was one. I went to an organization called Man on Fire, another phenomenal group of men. And again, I didn't talk to the president of Man on Fire. I talked to one of his coaches, right? And again, I got the same thing. I got this real cold, kind of standoffish, kind of vibe, and I didn't understand it. So, Wake Up Warrior, Man on Fire, the Order of Man was another one. Phenomenal guy. The only difference with that is I was ready to pay for the program. Me and my son were going to go, and the guy had can't think of his name. It's called Order of Man. He's also on YouTube. Phenomenal guy. And his program is for fathers and sons. I'm ready to pay, and of course, COVID happened, so we couldn't go. But I remember having the money and not being able in the position to actually achieve what I needed. And all I needed to do was that price to be down just $300. So as it stands right now, today, my products, my books, my programs inside my stand store will never be more than $300. That I swear. Because I remember when I was in that dark spot and I need somebody to just hear me, to just listen. And oftentimes you'll hear me read from my actual, so in other videos I use StreamYard. And so you'll see on the side of the screen an actual PDF version of my actual program. And so I want to be the coach that says, hey man, whatever you're dealing with, whatever it looks like, however I can actually help you, how do I do that? How do I achieve that for you right now today? Make it about the money the last thing you do, because there are men who actually need help. There are fathers and men, young and old, who need somebody to say, hey, I hear you, and I want to help. That's all I want to do is help. Damn my programs. I'm not talking about that. I don't give a damn about my programs. Never mind my courses. Never mind none of that. If you need help, you come to the right spot, and I'm here to help you. That's what I want from other coaches. And I'm realizing, gentlemen, that that's not going to be a thing. So here I am. I created a YouTube channel for that reason, because there are men who need help, and people seem to be more concerned about their goddamn pockets as opposed to actually reaching out and extending their hand and pulling a man back out of that madness, out of that darkness. Come on, bro. Pulling him out of there, saying, hey, I got you. And then helping him move forward. That has to me, for me, that has to be the biggest thing, man. Actually helping other men become the best version of themselves. And not because I sold them my damn course, but because I actually add value to their life. Legitimately value. Bro, here's the thing. Before I end this video, listen, you made it this far, you don't have to buy my programs. Just watch my videos. I teach from my programs in my videos. You don't have to buy shit, nothing. As a matter of fact, I recommend that you don't buy anything until you feel comfortable with who I am. And guess what? You don't have to guess about what I'm going to sell you. You don't have to guess about what's in here. Ask another coach that. Ask him, hey, what's in your program? And then ask him to do a video about what's in his program. So I'm going to show you his program. Hey, what's one of your favorite things about the program? And what's one thing that you learned most impactful about your program, your course, or whatever? 99% of coaches, they don't have a single answer for you because they're not selling you a coach or program to help you. They make their money from just selling you the program. Program pretty much shit, but they make money from selling the program. They're not making money or trying to help you legitimately. They just want to make that dollar. I want to help, and I'm going to help. So you don't have to buy my program. You do not. You do not. Like, follow, subscribe to my channel, share it, right, and get all the value you need. And my goal is I do a video a week. I may post more, but I love doing videos. So because I love doing long form videos anyway, I may post 4 or 5 times in a week, right? But I post a video every single week, and you know what I'm going to teach because my thumbnail says exactly what I'm going to teach. This one's a little different, but I want y'all to know something, man. Going forward, right? I don't want you to guess about who I am as a coach. I don't want you to guess about what my program says. I don't want you to guess about what I have to offer you. In this video, in every other, in this video, in every other subsequent video, there'll be free resources in the description. Get those resources, man. There's also a free link to my stand store for my battle book. And another thing before I leave, man, I don't make it difficult. Click the link, scroll down, put your name, email in, hit download, it's yours. That's simple. I want to make the process of you becoming the best man possible ever so damn seamless, you wonder, where have I been my whole life? I love this man. That's what I want from you. I want you to go, you know what? You've made this process so easy. How can I not want to be part of what you got going on? Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm out, man. Listen, y'all be good. Thank you for working with me, man. Like and subscribe. And always, man, always try to show up the best version of you, bro. It's going to be hard, but you got this. Peace, fam.